Once upon a time in a small village, there lived a kind-hearted man named Elias. Elias was known far and wide for his generosity and willingness to help those in need. Despite not having much himself, he always found a way to give back to his community. Part 1. One day, a terrible storm hit the village, leaving many families homeless and destitute. Elias knew he had to do something to help. Without hesitation, he opened up his small home to those who had lost everything, providing them with shelter, food, and comfort. His selfless act of kindness inspired others in the village to come together and support one another during this difficult time. Part 2. As the village slowly began to recover from the storm, Elias continued to show his generosity in various ways. He would spend his days helping elderly neighbors with their chores, volunteering at the local orphanage, and donating what little he had to those less fortunate. His acts of kindness touched the hearts of everyone around him, and his reputation as a truly generous soul only grew stronger. Part 3. Despite his humble lifestyle, Elias never once sought recognition or praise for his actions. He believed that true generosity came from the heart and should be done without expecting anything in return. His unwavering commitment to helping others served as a powerful example to those around him, reminding them that it is not the size of the gift that matters, but the intention behind it. Part 4. One day, a wealthy merchant passing through the village heard of Elias and his incredible generosity. Intrigued, the merchant sought out Elias and asked him why he gave so freely when he had so little himself. Elias simply smiled and replied, "I may not have much in terms of material wealth, but I am rich in spirit, and it is my duty to share that wealth with those in need." Part 5. The merchant was deeply moved by Elias's words and actions. He realized that true wealth did not come from hoarding possessions, but from giving back to others and making a positive impact on the world. Inspired by Elias's example, the merchant decided to use his resources to start a foundation dedicated to helping those in need, carrying on the legacy of generosity that Elias had begun. Years passed, and Elias's acts of kindness continued to ripple throughout the village and beyond. His legacy lived on in the hearts of those he had touched, inspiring a new generation to embrace the power of generosity and compassion. The village flourished, not just because of the material wealth it had gained, but because of the wealth of kindness and empathy that now filled its streets. Part 7. In the end, Elias's life taught a valuable lesson to all who knew him, that true generosity is not measured by what you have, but by what you give. It is a gift that has the power to transform lives, build communities, and create a better world for all. And as long as there are people like Elias in the world, the flame of generosity will continue to burn bright, lighting the way for others to follow in his footsteps.